everyone, welcome to Jewels of Thought YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss an important question of MPSE007, which may come in your coming session of IGNO June 2024. The question may come as write a short note simply on movements against democracy, which will carry 5 marks. Otherwise, it can ask do all social movements enhance the democratic process? If not, then why? So let's discuss. First, we know the movements, especially the social movements, and then we will discuss movements how turn against democracy. So social movements lead to democratization sometimes, or social movements are also part of the democracy, but all the social movements do not necessarily lead to more democratization, do not enhance sometimes the democratic process. We know there are different types of social movements. Basing on the potentialities of reformative transformation, the social movements may be a reform one, or rebellion one, or a revolution. So they vary from protest to rebellion and a revolution, and different social movements have different ideologies. So there are different ideologies to different movements, and there are different types of social movements. So how these movements turn against democracy? When ideologies of these social movements, if are not clear, that is, lack of clarity in the ideology and organization may turn the social movements against democracy. So when the social movements are opposing social transformation, it is called a counter movement. When social movement oppose the social transformation, it is called a counter movement. We can take the example to understand this, that is anti-reservation agitation in 1980s. This agitation was occurred by the upper class students because they are deprived of the benefits of the policy of reservation. So they were against the reservation for SCs, that is scheduled castes, STs, that is scheduled tribes, and OBCs, other backward classes. Due to this agitation, what happened? Some extent it prevents the government for the implementation of a reservation policy for the OBCs. So we see the reservation policies are more benefited for SCs and STs than OBCs. OBCs are not getting much benefit of the reservation policies as SCs and STs get. So this is due to the anti-reservation agitation in 1980s by the upper class students. Similarly, we can take the example of Rama Janmabhoomi and Hindu Rashtra. And this movement converts to counter movement, and it becomes more drastic in case of Hitler. Who was Hitler? Hitler was just an architect of National Socialist German Workers' Party, but he captured the whole power of German. How? He mobilized first Germans in 1930s against the Jews, the communists, the liberals. Then with demagogic virtuosity, he played most modern techniques of mass persuasion. He played techniques like national resentments, feelings of revolt, desire for strong leadership, and then he became Germany's Redeemer, Messianic Savior, and then he captured the whole power of German through elections. So Rajni Kothari is a very righteous person. He does not justify all types of direct directions. What are the direct directions? Direct directions are many times disrupt ones, because this involves the peoples with their bodies to collectively exert pressure on a specific target. The example of direct action may be a strike, may be pickets, property damage, etc. What Rajni Kothari tells us that action is desirable only if the political change is desired by the group involved in direct action. Offers a greater scope for political freedom than offered by the existing political arrangement. That means if we will find a greater scope of political freedom that we getting now, that is in the existing political arrangement, then only we should go for direct action. So Gandhiji, who used to do protest against injustice and misrule, he was always against violent movements. He always used non-violent means. Once he said, disobedience is carried out in the style of duragra and not within the framework of satyagraha, then it will lead to widespread indifference to legality and lead itself to those who would use illegal tactics to undermine faith in democratic processes. So there will be unfaith on democratic processes. We will be against the democratic processes. By using non-violence and not within the framework of satyagraha, it may lead to illegal tactics. So it will be automatically against the democratic. So we see in Chori Chora incident, Gandhi withdrew the civil disobedience because it in Chori Chora incident violence occurred. So he feared that such mob violence might repeat in other places. Another case we may take into account, that is JP movement, which had undefined goal, loose organization and confusion in its ideology, as described by Bipan Chandra in his book In the Name of Democracy. He is telling that far from saving democracy, the movement was responsible for actually putting it in danger without leading to any long-term political gains. We can't find any long-term political gains. So emergency brought the country to the verge the long-term dictatorship. So the most important thing here we should understand that social movements, if will fall without clarity of ideology and loose organization, then it will convert it to a counterproductive one, which can be used by the forces and leads to no faith in democracy, and simply means the movement will be against democracy. This is all about the question we have discussed. I hope it will be helpful to you. Thank you.